Now on CoastTV News.
But a system to our south and west promises rain later today and increasing wind. The wind could cause minor damage tonight, prompting a yellow alert. I'll track it on Futurecast next.
Referendum redo after voters turned it down in March. Cape Henlopen school officials could decide tonight to bring a newer version back to the polls.
Marijuana management efforts. We're looking at what is being proposed to regulate recreational marijuana businesses in Sussex County.
Rioters reduce time. It appears this Laurel man will serve a portion of his jail sentence for his role on January 6, 2021 at the U.S. Capitol.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Thursday, April 11th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
And Paige, yesterday, I was talking about doing yard work. Yeah. I was going to do power washing, rolling out the equipment, and then I remembered it was supposed to rain this afternoon, so put that equipment back. Out came the weed whacker and the lawnmower. Because normally I do my grass cutting on Thursday. I have a very regimented calendar.
You do. Wow, I'm learning new things about you every day. That sounds good. You can do what I do, just don't do it. Don't weed whack?
Yeah, then the HOA might have a knock on my door.
Very good point. Well, yeah, don't do that. But yeah, if you were planning on power washing, maybe not today. We just heard Bob a minute ago. So we'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey now. Bob, you've been tracking this rain for us maybe this afternoon?
Yeah, especially later this afternoon and tonight, guys. I think we could see Mother Nature's power washing tonight. So, Matt, maybe, you'll get some help for sure. We're looking at temperatures very mild this morning. I took the cover off the AC unit yesterday. Yes, it's official. The warm season is underway. 55 Bethany Beach, 61 Georgetown, 60 in Del Mar. Good morning, Salisbury. 60 for you. Millsboro, 63. We are looking at a southerly breeze right now and lots of clouds. Nothing in the way of rain, but pack the rain gear. We've got a warm front lifting to the north and a big mess of rain to the south and west through the southeast Tennessee Valley. It's going to take a while to get here, but it builds in later today. So this morning we're looking at clouds, breezy conditions, temperatures rising through the 60s. I think some of us get in the lower 70s. The breezes pick up this afternoon. You can see the arrows getting a little closer and starting to change color into the afternoon, indicating the stronger winds, and the showers start to build in as we go into this evening as well. But if you have those outdoor chores to do, I think you're good through the morning hours into the early afternoon. Then some of the rain starts to build in later this afternoon, mid-afternoon, and increasing winds as well. I'll have more on that yellow alert for wind tonight and a better looking weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Bob. Now, we have talked plenty about marijuana since Delaware made it legal last year, and now the question, how to govern recreational marijuana businesses.
Yeah, currently the Sussex County Zoning Code does not mention where marijuana businesses can go in any shape or form, but a proposed ordinance references state code. The Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing yesterday to discuss everything from property taxes to permits.
Take a look at this example that was given. This was a vacant industrial site in Milford that was redeveloped into a cultivation facility for medicinal marijuana.
County commissioners discussed hours of operation between 7 a.m. until 9 p.m., but manufacturing falls under a wider variety of zoning districts. Marijuana businesses can only be in heavy commercial areas.
Marijuana stores can only be located within 3 miles from municipal boundaries, churches, schools, rehab facilities, and from another marijuana business. That means these businesses will be quite limited on where they can actually open up.
The towns are 7 or 8 miles apart. You got to be 3 miles from either one of them. You've got a pretty narrow strip there where you have to find a place to be. So I don't see us being overrun with applications, but the law says we can't prohibit it.
And the vote was deferred. Regardless of what the county ultimately decides, towns and municipalities still have the authority to ban marijuana establishments in their jurisdictions under the Marijuana Control Act.
So here's a look at just some of the towns across Sussex County that have banned marijuana in some way, shape, or form. Rehoboth Beach, Dewey Beach, and Bethany Beach passed broad marijuana bans. Dagsboro voted to ban the sale and the production of marijuana. Millsboro approved a ban on the sale and manufacturing of marijuana within town limits. Bridgeville is another town that has banned production and sales. It is still legal for private use of marijuana in all of these places. We have more information on our website, CoastTV.com.
Happening tonight, the attempt to bring back a referendum in the Cape Henlopen School District. Board of Education will debate if they want to issue a notice of a special election for a new one next month. It was on March 26 at 54% voted against it of the nearly 7,900 people who went to the polls that day. It's not clear if there are any changes to the new referendum that is under review.
The March school referendum was the 5th one this year in Delaware. It called for an over $153 property tax increase for the average home in the district. That money would go towards buying land off of Cedar Grove and Mulberry Roads in Lewis for a new school district office. Now, along with a bus maintenance facility and an indoor pool. There's currently not a pool on campus. Cape's swim team uses the YMCA pool in Rehoboth Beach for their home meets.
This afternoon, Worcester County commissioners attempting to take the next steps in the construction of the new Buckingham Elementary School in Berlin. How to pay for it, that's the big question. It was last week the commissioners learned that state money could be headed their way. In October 2023, the project was put on pause after Maryland officials claimed other schools in the area had the capacity to meet the needs of the student population. The estimated cost of a new Buckingham school is at $70 million.
Also happening today, Milton, the latest community in our area to deal with affordable housing. Town officials will be hearing a presentation from Sussex County Planning and Zoning Department regarding Sussex County's efforts to increase workforce housing. This is scheduled for Thursday, April 11th at 4 p.m. at Grace Church.
Preliminary site plans will be given to Rehoboth Beach Mayor Stan Mills and the commissioners today. This is for what could be built on a plot of land that was originally supposed to be the new home of the Clear Space Theater. But after pushback from some people living near that area, Clear Space sold the property at the top of Rehoboth Avenue to a local realtor. And that realtor wants to build 3 separate structures, all with stores on the first floor and apartments on top.
The Sussex County man that you see right there holding that Confederate flag during the Capitol riots will be released from prison early. Laurel man Kevin Seafried was sentenced to 3 years in jail for his role in that Capitol riot. Now, he'll likely only serve about a third of that. CoastTV was in the courtroom when Seafried was sentenced. He'd been charged with 1 felony and 4 misdemeanors with obstruction of an official proceeding, entering and remaining in a restricted building, and violent entry. He appealed his conviction based on another riot case where the obstruction charge was questioned. The U.S. District Court sided with Seafried and says it's likely he'll be released 1 year to the day after he turned himself in.
Seafried's son, Hunter, was also sentenced for his role in the January 6 riots. He was charged with helping break into the Capitol through a broken window. For that, he was charged with a felony. He was sentenced to 2 years for his crime.
You could be charged for using your phone while you drive in Rehoboth Beach. At a recent council meeting, Police Chief Banks brought up the fact that the city does not have its own code to enforce the penalty for driving while on your cell phone. Rehoboth Police, they can fine drivers for this, but citations are sent to the state court since the city doesn't have code allowing them to prosecute. Chief Banks also said adding code to allow prosecution could mean a new source of revenue for the city. One driver we spoke with agrees this is the way to go.
Especially if it's the city that's enforcing the law. It would be one thing if the state were enforcing the law and the state were receiving the proceeds. But in this case, the city enforces the law and the state receives the proceeds. It's not right.
Fines for being on your cell phone while driving in Rehoboth Beach are currently $100.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, should penalties for phone use while driving be stricter?
All right, 55% of you say, yep, they should be much stricter. You want to see more coming. 32% of you say, it's fine, keep it as is. 7% slightly stricter, and 6% of you say, actually, no, just loosen the rules. All right, well, whatever you want to vote for, go to CoastTV.com or our mobile app.
President Biden sounding alarms of a widening war in the Middle East, warning that Iran may be planting targets inside Israel soon.
This while Biden assures allies that the United States' relationship with Israel is ironclad. Tension continues to grow with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us what could be to come as many people are still pushing for a ceasefire.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu vows to move forward with an offensive on Rafah, despite concerns from President Biden.
What I will tell you is I think what he's doing is a mistake. I don't agree with his approach. I think it's outrageous.
The president also warning that the conflict could widen, as Iran may be planning to hit targets inside Israel soon.
We also want to address the Iranian threat. to launch they're threatening to launch a significant attack on Israel. As I told Prime Minister Netanyahu, our commitment to Israel's security against these threats from Iran and its proxies is ironclad. Let me say it again, ironclad. We're going to do all we can to protect Israel's security.
First of all, you're welcome here.
Israel's foreign minister threatened to respond and strike Iran directly if an attack does happen. The rising tensions come as calls for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas grow.
We say bring all of the hostages home now as part of a comprehensive deal.
People once held hostage are urging the release of those still in captivity.
The message to the whole world, wake up. I want peace for the whole world.
Calls for peace amid efforts to prevent the war in the Middle East from escalating. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
President Biden's policy toward the war has sparked protests. Some lawmakers have urged the president to withhold pending arms transfers to Israel and withholding future aid to that nation, while others view his recent criticism as abandoning a democracy that was brutally attacked by terrorists last year.
And President Biden's going to be visiting the nation's summer capital this weekend, but that means the planned Friends of Cape Henlopen State Park cleanup that was scheduled for Saturday has to now be moved. Originally planned for Gordon's Pond in Rehoboth Beach, that will now be held at the playground and the picnic area on the Lewis side of Cape Henlopen State Park. You can still make a difference, just in a different spot. All right, well, we're just getting started this morning, Matt.
Yeah, coming up, Paige, catfish invasion in Delmarva waters will tell you how the Maryland Department of Natural Resources says this species is harming local wildlife.
Also, impending inlet repairs. We're telling you what all the construction equipment is preparing for at the Indian River Inlet.
And rebuild and rename? Why a group of Maryland civil rights organizations are pushing to rename the fallen Francis Scott Key Bridge once it is rebuilt. All of that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Say goodbye to back pain, trouble sleeping, and stress, and hello to saving money. Save $1,500 on your new hot tub from Delmarva's most reliable local hot tub dealer, Delaware Hot Tub Company in Millsboro and Lewis. April 12th through the 22nd. Saltwater hot tubs in stock. Financing is available. Delaware Hot Tub Company offers free delivery. Hot tub covers, steps, and saltwater kits are included. Buy now and save $1,500 at Delaware Hot Tub Company, April 12th through the 22nd.
The sound you hear is your house being eaten away by termites. When you've seen one, it's already too late and the damage has begun. To avoid permanent damage and to keep your home protected for years to come, call the specialist at Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions. We have the tools, technology, and experience that has raised the termite control and treatment standards on Delmarva. Call the experts at Bennett Termite today.
Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air! Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Coming up on 514 on this mainly cloudy, very mild Thursday morning. Irish Ice Camp 63 in Lewis. Barely need a light jacket out there this morning. Lower 60s inland, some upper 50s, even lower 50s. Ocean City 53 there. We've got a southerly breeze keeping us nice and mild, and those clouds acting as a blanket to keep us mild. We've got a warm front moving to the north, and we've got rain building to the southwest, but it's still several hours away. So I think we're in good shape really much of the day into the early afternoon. afternoon. And for the kiddos at the bus stop, grab the raincoat for sure. Not for this morning, mainly cloudy and mild, 62. But heading home, could start to see a few showers at that time. Getting breezy and a temperature around 70 degrees.
A group of Maryland civil rights organizations hopes to have whatever replaces Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge renamed. The Caucus of African American Leaders of Anne Arundel County passed a resolution urging state lawmakers to rename the bridge. For context, Key was a slave owner. A caucus spokesperson noted taxpayer dollars are being used to rebuild the bridge, and they should not, quote, subsidize racism, end quote. The caucus wants the bridge renamed after the late Perrin Mitchell, who was the first black person to represent Maryland in the House of Representatives. For those who own rental property in Dewey Beach, it is time to pay your taxes. Property owners who rented out their places between October 1st and March 31st must submit their 3% tax dues. According to the town, this tax applies to all residential rental properties except those with year-round tenants. For landlords who are behind, late payments will include extra charges. The deadline is on April 15th.
The National Transportation Safety Board is ramping up its investigation into Boeing. Boeing provided federal investigators with documents that may show instances where a door plug was removed from a 737 MAX as it was being assembled. The new documents may shed light on why Boeing employees did not document that key moment on the assembly line or explain why a door plug flew out during the Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 in January. The next step is to determine if Boeing workers documented that type of work in the past. Women using the rideshare service Uber now have more safety options. There's a PIN verification, allowing riders to make sure they're getting into the correct car. The ride check feature that lets riders know if a drive goes off course, stops unexpectedly, or ends a trip early. An audio recording feature also lets riders record their trip. Riders can also share their trip with a friend or a family member for an added layer of protection. I can get behind all that. Sounds good. All right, still ahead this morning, impending inlet repairs. We're telling you the construction plan at the Indian River Inlet and when you can expect the project to be complete.
It's a mild morning and a breezy one as well. Brant's is moving around on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam in Ocean City. 53 there. Even milder inland and mild and mainly cloudy this morning. Then increasing rain and wind later today. We've got a yellow alert tonight for strong winds. Batten down the hatches. I'll track the rain and wind on Futurecast in 2 minutes.
Surface Solutions is rolling across Delmarva, providing the best asphalt and concrete installation for your home or business. Our professional team is transforming the asphalt industry with an impeccable reputation for quality. We guarantee a timely response, unparalleled customer service, and a detailed free estimate in days, not weeks. Call the exterior surface specialists at Surface Solutions and ask about our special financing rates as low as 0%.
Call the professionals at Surface Solutions and discover the difference.
Are you having one of those days where everything that can go wrong does? Meet Preston, a normal guy with extraordinary bad luck. This is where the law office of Trap Nickel steps in. We've got your back, even when you fall on it. Our skilled personal injury team is committed to defending your rights and converting adversity into significant compensation. Don't hesitate. Get the justice you deserve. The law office of Trap Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Wow! It looks great in here! Hey, Mark! I'm here to help, buddy! Sounds good! We're a little short-staffed. No problem! I brought my crew! Well, why not? Let's get started! Everybody needs a hot tub. Yeah! Who doesn't need a pool toy? Hey, put it back! So what you got here? It's a Finley O sauna for all your aches and pains. Yeah! So come see us at our new showroom, Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford. Why not?
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:19. You are looking live at Ocean City, and if you're just joining us, we have conditions for a yellow alert day. And Bob, can you give us a refresher on what makes a yellow alert day?
Absolutely, Matt. It's more of a yellow alert evening and overnight, so we're going to push it a little bit farther later into the day. It's basically winds that are in excess of 30, 35 miles per hour, and also rain about a half inch to about an inch. So it's not so much the rain, but it will be the wind as we go through the overnight hours. That is what we're watching. And here's what to expect. Temperatures above normal the next couple of days. We've got 70s or near 70 today. It does cool down to 60s as we go into tomorrow and Saturday. And then the rain increases this afternoon in the form of showers that picks up in intensity this evening, and some thunder is possible overnight. And yes, we have that yellow alert tonight for wind. Secure those outdoor items. I know a lot of you have the lawn furniture out, everything outside now, grill, all that for the warm season. We're looking at gusts over 40 miles per hour at times, maybe over 50 along the coast. So batten down the hatches as we go into tonight and early tomorrow. But it's mild this morning, 60 in Salisbury and Delmar, 63 in Seaford, but only 56 in Rehoboth, 53 in Ocean City. So you're right along the coast with that colder water, a little chillier there, but a southerly breeze is keeping you milder inland as we're looking at a lot of clouds this morning. Nothing in the way of rain. We've got a front to our north that is stationary and also warm, and it will continue to lift to the north. It's chillier to the north of that and to the south and west. We've got rain across the southeast. Of course, the Masters starts today, and looks like could be a little rainy for them for today. We've also got the Braves and Mets in Atlanta. I think we'll get that game in. And we're also looking at a lot of rain from Arkansas into the Ohio Valley. So we're at a level 1 for seeing severe weather. What does that mean? A slight chance of severe weather. I should say marginal chance with isolated chances of a tornado. I don't think we're looking at that, but we're looking at the gusty winds. You can see the area shaded in green across Delmarva. We're looking at temperatures quickly rising today through the 60s into the lower 70s around the noon hour. Those arrows start getting a little closer and start turning colors as well as the winds start picking up into this evening. We'll start to see the showers as well. Here's 6 p.m. as the winds are ramping up. Then those winds really crank up after about 8 p.m. this evening. It stays mild. We'll see the showers and maybe a rumble of thunder through the overnight. I think the strongest winds are close to midnight and into the early morning hours of Friday and 1:30. That's when we can see more storms coming through with the very windy conditions. And then the winds start to back off Friday morning, but still some showers. Could see some sunshine tomorrow as well, but it will be a windy day with temperatures into the 60s. As far as those wind gusts, boy, they're getting up there as we go into this evening. Over 40 miles per hour, close to 50 along the coast. And then by 12:30 a.m., over 50 miles per hour along the coast and over 40 miles per hour inland. That's why you want to batten down the hatches. And then breezy into Friday, but not nearly as windy as tonight. And maybe about a quarter to half an inch of rain from the system. So it's not the rain, it's the wind. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. We're looking at 70 today with the wind and rain picking up tonight. Friday, 68 degrees with some showers, and then cooler 40s Saturday and Sunday morning. 64 Saturday, 73 Sunday, and then really toasty into next week, keeping it dry and mild mid to upper 70s. Umbrella winner today is Rick Broadbent from Lewis. Congratulations, Rick. You have a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
Thank you, Bob. If you've driven recently on the southern Delaware part of the coastal highway, here's something you may have noticed. Construction equipment has been gathered on the north side of the Indian River Inlet where repairs are about to get underway. The north side bulkhead has been collapsed for years, and sinking sand areas on the south side could cause future problems for the jetty. All these repairs will impact visitors.
We were told by park staff as recently as yesterday to expect to see as much as a third of the north side day use parking lot off limits to visitors.
The construction and repairs along the Indian River Inlet expected to be completed sometime during the spring of 2025. Up next, the race is on to save this whale that you're seeing on your screen. We'll tell you what could have led to the animal becoming entangled in that net. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
Discover why Gateway Subaru is Delmarva's destination dealership, earning our customers' trust and exceeding expectations. No matter where you live, experience the Gateway difference with our no-pressure sales approach and fair, honest pricing. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Need service fast? Our quick service lane is always ready. No appointment needed. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Spring is hummingbird season, so to make that perfect nectar, you want to dissolve 1 part of sugar to 4 parts of water, no red dyes, and change that water every 2 to 3 days to keep the bacteria from growing. My Backyard in Ocean Pines carries all the products you need to keep your feathered friends healthy and safe. We also have a huge selection of quality hand-picked birdhouses, baths, seeds, unique gifts, and decor for expert and novice bird lovers alike. I can't wait to see you at My Backyard, where it's all about the birds and more.
Taking you back to the decade of neon colors, big hair, and of course, great music. Join me, April, every morning at 8 a.m. on 107.1 The Duck as I play some of your favorite tunes from back in the day. It's April's Awesome 80s, sponsored by Easton Auto Care and Denton Auto Care and Tire.
Search mission to help an entangled gray whale spotted off of Northern California's coast continues. You can see that image right here. The whale was seen with its tail entangled in a massive gill net. The search comes as gray whales undergo their annual migration from Mexico to Alaska. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said a rescue team pulled up behind the animal on Tuesday, but they could not cut the net once the whale became aggressive.
Okay, this next one gives me the heebie-jeebies because I'm terrified of catfish. The invasive species, yeah, it's now invading Delmarva waters. So on your screen, let's take a look. It's a blue catfish. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources says blue catfish are preying on blue crab, menhaden, American eel, and other economically and ecologically important species on Delmarva. We're not done yet. To make things worse, these fish are increasingly significant around the area.
Last year, somebody over across the river there, they caught, I don't know how big, is it big? It's 20-some pounds, I think. It was a big catfish. And they're all up and down the river.
And they also look terrifying. So to help eliminate these unwelcome visitors, there's no off-season or limit to how many you can catch at once. Go catch them all, Delmarva.
They're not adorable looking, Paige.
Oh, I can't stand them. When my friends are from Pennsylvania, and when we go in the river, they sometimes try to catch them, and no.
A face only a mother.
Yeah. They are so creepy.
All right, well, if you can't tell, First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey's with us again. We're talking catfish. We're also talking weather, Bob, and there might be a window to get some time in on the beach before this rain hits.
I think so, yeah. On the beach, if you're outdoors and have chores to do this morning, definitely we have that window, guys. And along the beaches, South Bethany and Ocean City, mid-50s this morning, some peaks of sun, then it clouds up, and then we're looking at that shower chance. I'd say after about 3 o'clock, rip current threat is moderate, as is the UV index. Waves building as well, around 3 to 5 feet. Cape Henlope in lower 60s this morning, and then upper 60s at noon, but then cooling off as the rain builds in, and that's the same for Dewey Beach. You'll be seeing the rain building in as we go through the evening, and the winds really cranking up, especially along the coast as we go through tonight with a yellow alert. Make sure you tie down those outdoor items or bring them inside. Much more on this yellow alert and your weekend forecast coming up in a couple minutes.
Thanks, Bob. Also coming up after the break, 3 people shot when multiple people opened fire at a celebration for the end of Ramadan in Philadelphia. We're telling you what police chiefs there are saying about resources available for those in need.
Also, Biden comes to the coast. We'll tell you about this weekend trip and what events had to be changed due to his arrival.
And Cape referendum retry. We're telling you about the attempt to try for a new version of a failed referendum. CoastTV News Today. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of contractors not showing up on time or not even returning your call? And why are you still waiting for an estimate? Maybe it's because the sales consultant they sent isn't really qualified to make a proper quote. only to find out the contractor isn't even licensed? That's why thousands of homeowners and businesses trust Delmarva's original crawl space experts. At DryTech, we're certified, trained, licensed, and insured. So your crawl space problem gets solved, guaranteed. Call DryTech today for a free assessment.
Have you seen those crazy HVAC deals? Don't fall for that. At Above and Beyond Service Heating and Cooling, we just don't make promises, we deliver results. With our Peace of Mind maintenance agreement, you can rest assured we will keep up with your system throughout the year. We're a local company. You're not just a customer, you're our neighbor. Take advantage of our 0% finance for up to 72 months or up to $3,000 in rebates on a new train system. Call Above and Beyond Services to keep your family comfortable. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
I'm a public school teacher. I know lots of people said, I can do that. Come and try it for a day.
A lot of our challenges are funding.
Teachers often go in their own pocket to make sure students have backpacks, pencils. David Trone, that's pushed for more public school funding and public school teachers.
And it's so great to have someone at the national level that's going to be on our side.
David Trone's always supported teachers. Now Maryland teachers have overwhelmingly endorsed David.
David would definitely get an A+.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
In Sussex County, Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply has the parts you need. Powered by over 30,000 square feet of inventory at brass sales and an amazingly knowledgeable staff, we offer plumbing, electrical, windows, doors, tubs, showers, and even roofing and skirting for your manufactured home. Plus an extensive selection of parts and supplies for your RV no matter the class, size, or style. Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply in Long Neck, Delaware. Your home improvement superstore for all your manufactured housing and RV needs.
Now on CoastTV News.
It's dry now and mainly cloudy, but a system to our south and west promises increasing rain and wind as we go into the afternoon and into tonight. The wind could cause some minor damage as we go through the overnight, prompting a yellow alert. I'll track it on Futurecast next.
Renewed referendum effort. Voters in the Cape Henlopen School District could be asked again and soon to vote on a property tax increase for new projects.
Bucks for Buckingham. These are the plans for a new elementary school in Berlin, the new hope to get state money for the project.
Changes due to Biden beach visit. A conservationist event has to be adjusted after learning the president will be on our coast this weekend.
This is CoastTV News Today.
April 11th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 5:31 on this Thursday morning. And for golf fans, Paige,
yes,
there could be some extended lunches today.
Yeah.
First round of the Masters takes place.
Right.
I wore green.
Oh, well, there you go.
It actually just came up in the rotation. Nothing to do with it, but it works.
Yeah, I'm giving like golf ball energy.
Yes.
Yes, look at us.
Oh,
we did mean to do
wow.
this.
Subconsciously, we were thinking
we are
Augusta
ready.
National today.
We are ready for that, for the Masters. That's what it's, the Masters?
Masters.
I don't know, I almost called it the Nationals.
It works.
Whatever
Yeah.
you're ready for today. Bob can be given like the cute little red flag they have when you go golfing. Look at you, Bob.
No, I want the green jacket.
I know.
The green jacket. And I think they're worried about the weather today at the Masters with rain and wind. And then after today, I think they're in good shape. They do start to dry out. Our weather is dry but mainly cloudy this morning. 60 in Salisbury, Georgetown 61, Millsboro 63, 53 in Ocean City, 56 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth. So a little cooler along the beaches. That Atlantic Ocean water is still very cold. Inland, well, we've got warmer conditions because the wind is going right over land. And we're looking at mainly cloudy skies right now. We've got a front to the north that will continue to lift to the north. We'll continue to see the moisture and humidity increasing. And here's some rain down along the southeast coast and back into the Tennessee Valley. And this whole mess will be heading our way, actually tracking to our west. So we'll be on the warm and windy side of the system as we go through time. Here's this morning, mostly cloudy skies. We're in the mid-60s by mid-morning. By 11:30, you start to see the arrows getting, a little longer, a little closer together, indicating the wind's picking up. And that'll be the case by 3 p.m. Temperatures into the 60s and close to 70 degrees. I think it does start to cool off a little bit later this afternoon. Winds picking up off the ocean a little bit, and the rain starts to build in, some scattered showers as we go into the evening hours. Then those winds really crank up as we go through tonight. Here's our UV index brought to us by Ocean City. It's moderate today. It's a 3. Burn time 45 minutes, so if we see the sun, it'll be this morning. So make sure you have your sunscreen. And we start to increase those values in the next several days, Friday through the weekend into early next week, 6s and 7s. It's high on the scale. Higher SPF, find the midday shade, and limit your time outdoors.
All right, Bob, thank you. Happening tonight, the attempt to bring back a referendum in the Cape Henlopen School District. The Board of Education will debate if they want to issue a notice of a special election for a new one next month. It was March 26 that 54% voted against it of the nearly 7,900 people who went to the polls that day. It's not clear if there are any changes to the new referendum that's under review.
Now, in the past, Cape District voters have approved other referendums, including 2018, which led to money for an expansion at the high school. The one last month did not have the same support. It called for an over $153 property tax increase for the average home in the district. The money would have gone towards buying land off of Cedar Grove and Mulberry Roads in Lewis for a new school district office, along with a bus maintenance facility, also an indoor pool. Currently, there is not a pool on Cape Henlopen campuses. Cape Swim Team uses the YMCA pool in Rehoboth Beach for their home meets.
This afternoon, Worcester County commissioners are attempting to take the next steps in the construction of a new Buckingham Elementary School in Berlin. How to pay for it is the big question. It was last week commissioners learned that state money could be headed their way. In October 2023, the project was put on pause after Maryland officials claimed other schools in the area had the capacity to meet the needs of the student population. The estimated cost of a new Buckingham school is $70 million.
Also happening today, preliminary site plans will be given to Rehoboth Beach Mayor Stan Mills and the commissioners. It's for what was to be built on a plot of land that was going to be the new home for the Clear Space Theater. But after pushback from some people living near the area, Clear Space sold the property at the top of Rehoboth Avenue to a local realtor. The realtor wants to build 3 separate structures, all with stores on the first floor and apartments on top. The city plans to review this today at 2 p.m.
President Biden is going to be visiting the nation's summer capital again this weekend. That means the planned Friends of Cape Henlopen State Park cleanup that was scheduled for Saturday has been moved. Originally, it was planned for Gordon's Pond in Rehoboth Beach, but that will now have to be held at the playground and the picnic areas on the Lewis side of Cape Henlopen State Park. So you can still make a difference. You'll just have to be in a different spot.
Yeah, some troubling news out of Philadelphia where 3 people were shot at a gathering to celebrate the end of Ramadan on Wednesday.
Yeah, one of those injured is under arrest, a 15-year-old suspect who police say was holding a gun at the time.
Teenager was shot in the shoulder and leg by a Philadelphia police officer at the scene. A 22-year-old and a youth were also hurt. According to police, about 30 gunshots were fired.
5 people were arrested. 4 guns were confiscated by police. At this point, investigators believe the shooting was unrelated to the Islamic celebration.
We do have support services at our recovery center over here at the Claire Muhammad school to be able to have trauma services there. But the mayor, clearly is sending her message to the community how important it is for her to be on location, and she knows that we're here to support them.
And Philadelphia police, as well as the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Philadelphia Field Division, are all investigating this incident.
Still more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, the Lewis-Georgetown Trail set to close in just a few days. We're telling you about why AdelDOT has scheduled this closure.
Also, big high school baseball battle. Caravel Academy from up north, Cape Henlopen, attempting to stay undefeated.
And State Park Saturday, we're telling you about the fun you can attend at Cape Henlopen State Park this weekend. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
Treat yourself to a culinary journey like no other at Benvenuto. Delaware Today named Benvenuto as a 2023 Best of Delaware Dining and Event Restaurant, where the perfect fusion of comfort, exquisite flavors, and a captivating atmosphere awaits you. Our passion for exceptional cuisine shines through every dish as we artfully combine international flavors and fresh, locally sourced ingredients. With stunning spaces and a private room for special occasions, our breathtaking Tuscan design sets the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
I potentially be
dead is the reality of it. I mean, fentanyl kills a lot of people. I heard about Addiction Medical Facility from another company, and I came in here, you know, no judgment, no stigma. It was, you need help, let's help you. What do you need? They have intensive outpatient. Hey, it's a little more intense. You can see your counselor a little more. They've shown nothing but love. Now here I am. I started a grooming business. If I didn't start recovery, it could have looked very different for me. And you just have to remember there's always hope, and I feel like Addiction Medical Facility is the place for that.
At Chesapeake Home Services, we take the risk so you don't have to. Trust our team with the sale and installation of your new heating and air conditioning system, and if you're not satisfied for any reason within the first year and we can't fix it, we'll buy it back. At Chesapeake, we make sure you get the best affordable price to include flexible financing options with payments as low as $95 a month. When it's time for a new HVAC system, take the safest road out there. Chesapeake Home Services. We always go the extra mile.
Service sure to make you smile. They always go the extra mile.
Just about 5:40 on this Thursday morning. Hershey exteriors cam. Lots of clouds out there. A little bit of breeze. It's chilly in Ocean City, 53, but inland milder, 60 in Salisbury and Delmar, 63 in Seaford and Millsboro. So just a light jacket is all you need. We have a bit of a southerly breeze right now. We have the clouds, nothing in the way of rain, and we have several hours where it's dry, but there is rain down in the southeast coast and across the Tennessee Valley, and that will be here sometime this afternoon. Here's your DriveCast. Gave it the green light this morning. Mainly cloudy, and then the yellow light for the PM commute with increasing showers at that time. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather line. It's 443-880-9100. It's sponsored by Baird, Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Cape Henlopen State Park goers can plan for an action-packed Saturday as history and nature collide for 2 events. Search for shorebirds on their flight north. That meets at the Nature Center at 10 a.m. to hike with a naturalist. At Fort Miles, a historian will delve into the deep sea mysteries of World War II. A lecture starts at 10:30 and the Discovery and Wreck Site survey of the lost submarine, the USS Albacore.
Spring cleaning in Rehoboth Beach is a free spring bulk pickup service on its way to homeowners there. That service will cover the south side, including Schoolview and Scarborough Avenue extensions from April 29th until May 3rd, and the north side area. That's from May 6th until the 10th. You can leave things out like appliances, TVs, and furniture, but just remember, no commercial waste, lawn trimmings, or hazardous materials can be left out. The city's reminding homeowners, set out your bulk waste no more than 24 hours before the scheduled pickup to ensure it's not blocking sidewalks or traffic.
Denrec says it wants volunteers to join this year's cleanup event at Concord Pond. That's a popular bass, fishing, and boating destination in Sussex County. The cleanup will take place at the Seaford area pond from 10 a.m. to noon this Saturday. This event is part of Denrec's month-long celebration of Earth Day. Volunteers help remove trash from areas around the pond. Gloves and trash bags will be provided. However, people are encouraged to bring their own gloves and trash grabbers if they have them.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Caravel Academy and Cape Henlopen met on the baseball diamond, and only one team would remain undefeated. It was a pitcher's duel early on. Brad Marks starting things off for Cape and Tim Tyler for Caravel. No runs given up by either pitcher up until this game. In the second, with one on first for the Buccaneers, Jack Banowski smashes one back to the warning track, falling in for a base hit, getting 1 run across. In the fifth, with the bases loaded, Cape breaks through, getting on the scoreboard as a wild pitch gets by, game tied at 1. Until the Vikings' Brad Kosk grounds it through an infield hole, getting 2 runs home, and they don't look back from there. Jacob Smith closes out the game as Cape takes down Caravel 4-1 and remains undefeated at 8-0. Brad Marks went 5 2/3 innings with 6 strikeouts and gave up 1 run. To the MLB, Philadelphia facing St. Louis and up 2-1 in the bottom of the third until Brandon Donovan sails a solo homer to right and the Cardinals tie the game. Phillies turn in the 6th. Brandon Marsh up with runners on first and second, bounces a single inside the bag at third, scoring JT Realmuto, who had 2 hits and scored 2 runs in this game. Nick Castellanos also gets an RBI single in this inning, fills up 4-2 after a run in the 8th by Nolan Arenado. The Cardinals threaten in the 9th, but Philly holds on 4-3 and improves to 6-6 on the season. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
The producer and the star of Barbie turning from dolls to games. David Daniel has that and some more in the Hollywood Minute.
To your left, please.
Margot Robbie has her eye on Boardwalk and Park Place. Her production company and Lionsgate are working on a Monopoly movie. No word what the story will be related to the popular board game. Robbie and her production partners at Lucky Chap have been busy since Barbie was last year's biggest movie, grossing nearly $1.5 billion worldwide. Ice Spice is ready for her acting debut. The Grammy-nominated rapper is set to appear in Spike Lee's High and Low. Denzel Washington stars in the crime thriller, which is already in production.
Well, I sat down at the piano and I started plinking out Janie, da-da-da-da-da.
Steven Tyler is finally ready to rock again. A vocal cord injury forced Aerosmith to postpone its Peace Out farewell tour nearly 7 months ago. Now Tyler and his bandmates have announced rescheduled tour dates, beginning in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on September 20th and running through next February. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
We're seeing a dry and mild Thursday morning. Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury, 60 degrees, so nice and mild. We'll see increasing rain and wind into this afternoon, and especially tonight. We have a yellow alert for strong winds tonight. I'll track the rain and the wind on Futurecast in 2 minutes.
You've heard my dad say, no technology replaces the personal relationships we build with each family we serve. Your stories are woven into ours. Your passions are reflected in ours. So Holloway Funeral Home is proud to offer a variety of green options that minimize the environmental impact you leave behind. From all-wood construction caskets and plant-based embalming to biodegradable urns and living urns, the experts at Holloway can help you choose a memorial that honors your love of life. Holloway Funeral Home in Salisbury and Pocomoke.
Are you struggling to lose weight? Do you want to live a healthier and more empowered life? Whether it's been a lifelong struggle or you're new to weight loss, we can help you get the results you're looking for. At Tidal Health, we offer a comprehensive and customized approach to weight loss that includes surgical and medical options. Our team of dedicated professionals is committed to making sure you have the knowledge and support to reach your goals and get on the path to wellness. To learn how you can reach your goal weight, visit tidalhealth.org/lose weight today.
A wet crawl space is a lurking hazard, inviting mold, rot, and structural worries. The answer is Brazier's Crawl Space Encapsulation. Our specialist tailors the solution to your exact crawl space. Our expert team cleans and upgrades your crawl space into a pristine, protected environment, and we only use April Air dehumidifiers. Reliable and robust, complete with a 5-year warranty. Take the first step to a drier, safer home. Call Brazier's or visit our website. Your peace of mind is just one call away.
Pulling up to a great-looking home is nice. Curb appeal is important. But here on the coast, even more important is dock appeal. At T&G Builders, if you can dream it, we can create it. For uncompromising quality, contact T&G Builders to design and build your coastal dream home. Over 30 years of integrity, empathy, and love. T&G Builders, the sign of quality. Visit us online at tg-builders.com.
It is 5:46 on your Thursday. We are going to take a live look right now at Ocean City. All is very calm there right now. Bob, water's pretty calm too, but later this evening, that probably will not be the case.
Yeah, that water's going to get churned up, Paige, and we're going to see the winds increasing and the rain increasing as well as we go through the afternoon. So if you have those outdoor chores, get them done this morning because that will be the dry time and into early afternoon. Temperatures above normal. That's been the case the last few days. Temperatures near 70 today, but we cool into the 60s as we go into Friday and Saturday. Rain increases this afternoon, especially this evening, and overnight we could get some thunder as well. Not expecting anything in the way of severe weather, but there is a yellow alert tonight for winds that are gusting over 40 miles per hour. Secure those outdoor items. I know a lot of you have the grills out, the lawn furniture, all that stuff, all the yard ornaments. Make sure you bring them in tonight because we will be looking at strong winds. Temperatures are mild this morning into the low 60s, some cooler 50s along the coast from Ocean City up to Bethany Beach, but all in all, a very mild start with a southerly breeze, and that will continue to pull in the moisture and humidity throughout the day. As we're seeing clouds right now, we've got a front to the north that will continue to lift to the north as a warm front. We've got 2 areas of rain, one across the southeast through Georgia and into South Carolina. It looks like it could be a little wet for the beginning of the Masters. And then low pressure from Arkansas all the way up into the Great Lakes, and this will basically mean a lot of wind and rain. Not a lot of rain, but definitely some wind. So we do have a level 1, a marginal risk of seeing severe weather tonight. I think the main threat will be the wind and some heavy rain with those storms. You can see the green shaded area all across Delmarva. Here's Futurecast as we go through this morning. We're in the 60s, mid-60s by 9 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies. We start to increase the winds into the afternoon. Temperatures in the low 70s inland. Then they start to fall a little bit into the afternoon with the winds picking up, clouds thickening, and some of those showers and getting really windy tonight. You see these yellow and orange and red arrows indicating that late tonight, and even some heavier thunderstorms shortly after midnight. So that could wake you up. Some overnight thunder. Definitely the winds rattling things around into Friday morning, and still some showers early Friday. Could see some sunshine by noon tomorrow, but still some clouds and a few sprinkles or light showers into the afternoon hours with highs into the 60s for tomorrow. But it will be a breezy day, and then those winds really cranking up this evening. 8:30, close to 40 miles per hour inland, close to 50 along the coast, then gusts over 50 shortly after midnight at the beaches, and over 40 miles per hour inland. That's why you need to secure those items. Then the winds shift to the west and they back off a little bit, but still pretty breezy into Friday, and about a quarter to maybe a half an inch of rain, but not a ton of rain from this system. It's the wind. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. 70 today with increasing showers and that yellow alert for the wind tonight. Some thunderstorms as well. Friday, a few showers, some sun as well, 68, and it cools down into the 40s Saturday and Sunday morning. Saturday will be 64 degrees, a little cool, but then it bounces back to 73 on Sunday, and we settle into almost like early summer mild conditions. Yeah, and early next week into midweek, mid to upper 70s. Sunshine Monday, a few more clouds by Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, thank you so much, Bob. A 17-year-old student at Sussex Tech was arrested after police say he had drugs in his car. The school resource officer was alerted by staff to a marijuana smell coming from the student's car. Then upon searching, police say they found over 5 grams of marijuana and 21 grams of individually packed marijuana. The student was arrested and transported to Troop 4, where he was charged with multiple offenses.
South Bethany is looking into creating a new pedestrian walkway within town. The walkway would be at the North Crossing in Sandpiper Village, which is by Aquatic Marine on Route 1. Town Council will have a discussion, possible vote on construction at a meeting on Friday.
In some traffic news now, here's a couple of closures and restrictions to keep on your radar while you travel throughout Sussex County. Route 1 at the Indian River Inlet Bridge is closed until the end of the month due to a paving project. Route 16 from Zion Church Road to Crepe Myrtle Road in Selbyville, that's also closed until the end of the month for intersection improvements. Then over in Lewis, Saltmarsh Boulevard, that's near Route 9, that's closed until the end of May. That's due to a paving project.
It's only a few days left until a popular biking and walking trail will shut down temporarily. DelDOT says there will be a closure on part of the Lewis to Georgetown Trail. It'll span from Log Cabin Hill Road to minus Conaway Road for routine trail maintenance. Work starts there on Monday through Friday, April 19th.
Coming up next on CoastTV News Today, a new research in healing those with one of the deadliest forms of cancer. We're showing you a new approach to killing glioblastoma masses in the brain.
It's always a beautiful day for learning at Shells. With our summer program that keeps your child physically and mentally active when they're out of school. Through captivating activities and insightful guest speakers, they will expand their knowledge in a fun and interactive way, including educational, hands-on field trips that'll keep your child entertained. Make every summer day memorable with Shell's Early Learning Center. Register now and secure your spot in Shell's summer program before the spots are gone. Shell's, preparing our future generation.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Gamey Elliott in Salisbury today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you having one of those days where everything that can go wrong does? Meet Preston, a normal guy with extraordinary bad luck. This is where the law office trap nickel steps in. We've got your back, even when you fall on it. Our skilled personal injury team is committed to defending your rights and converting adversity into significant compensation. Don't hesitate. Get the justice you deserve. The Law Office of Trap Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Everyone knows us for termites and bed bugs, but don't forget we're also here for all your general pest control needs. Ants, spiders, crickets, rodents, fleas, ticks, and of course, mosquitoes. Bennett Termite is dedicated to protecting our communities from your aggravations and dangers presented by pests of all kinds. If you want to find out the Bennett difference, give us a call today. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Visit Tyndall's Casual Furniture, where comfort meets style and quality meets affordability. And affordability doesn't mean you have to compromise on quality. We are Delmarva's exclusive dealer for Pollywood, the name you know and trust. Pollywood dining sets start at only $9.95, fully assembled and backed by a 20-year warranty. We're also proud to carry made-in-the-USA brands like Casual Comfort and Telescope Casual. Plus, we have a wide selection of wicker by Northcape, all made with aluminum frames. So shop today with the local experts at Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel and Lewis.
Glioblastoma, it is the most common and aggressive form of brain tumor. More than 14,000 people will be diagnosed with one this year, and once diagnosed, most people will not live more than 2 years.
Yeah, but despite their aggressive nature, treatments have basically remained the same since 2005. But now, as Marty Salt shows us, researchers are looking at ways to make a person's own body attack the tumor.
My hand, two fingers got numb.
Those were the first signs something was wrong with Fran Noonan. Not long after, she was diagnosed with a glioblastoma.
They gave me anywhere from 6 months to 14 months to live.
The standard of care for these types of brain tumors hasn't changed in almost 20 years. Odds of long-term survival are slim.
It's about 100% recurrence rate, and it usually occurs around the 9-month mark.
Now, a team at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill is hoping to turn the patient's own immune system against the tumors.
It's an interesting approach to essentially a personalized tumor vaccine.
Patients undergo brain surgery to remove as much of the tumor as possible. Then scientists take tumor cells, kill them, and put them in special chambers that contain nucleotides that help to turn on an immune response. Doctors then insert the dime-sized chambers just under the skin in the abdomen.
And so they're basically like little traps for the irradiated tumor cells that are stimulating an immune response.
2 days later, the chambers are removed.
But now the immune cells in the body know what a tumor looks like, and they can go on and attack it in the brain.
Killing the cancer cells and giving patients new hope they'll win their battle against glioblastoma. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It's now 5:56 this morning. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, loving this warm weather because it's a sign that summer will be here soon. On your screen right now, this Springer Spaniel named Bella. Bella is 4 years old, loves the beach and spending time with her family. And Bella was submitted to us by Amy in Frankfurt.
You're so cute,
Yeah.
Bella. We want to keep seeing more of your pets on Delmarva, so send us some photos and tell us what makes your pet so special.
Now, there's that QR code at the top of your screen. If you click that, it'll allow you to submit your furry friends to us here, and then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Almost 5:57 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, Bob's been busy this morning. He's tracking some rain for later this afternoon.
That's right, guys, but I think it's not moving until later today, probably after about 2 or 3 p.m. So if you have those outdoor chores or exercising outside, you will stay dry really for the next several hours. Day part forecast could even see a few peaks of sun, but that's early this morning. And then we cloud up, temperatures warming through the 60s into the low 70s, and a little cooler at the beaches. Then I think we do start to see some showers beginning at 3 p.m. They start to intensify through the overnight, and it gets windy. That's why we have a yellow alert for tonight. Those winds in excess of 40 miles per hour. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, showers, blustery Friday 68, cooler into Saturday 64, some overnight lows into the 40s, and then Sunday a nice bounce back to 73, and then we're into the 70s all week next week. And look at that, not a raindrop. We finally dry it out for a period of time, but then it does cool down a little bit into next weekend.
Thank you, Bob. And coming up in our next hour, rioters ruling this Laurel man jailed for his actions on January 6, 2021. Now expected to serve less time behind bars. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News Today.